Yeah, thank you once again. We decided to bring ourselves on board using that particular special Igbo Christmas song. We welcome you once again. Also, let us welcome those who have joined us so early. Godwin, God's time, Okochi Uchen, of course, Kenneth Nwakube, Pascal Chinemerem, uh, powerful Uki, of course, is there. Uh, Even though there are some fools, there are some fools we have in Biafra land. People who don't see anything good about what happens around them. So these are the idiots we always have. No matter how you try to train them, they must remain idiots. It is expected because in king's palaces you must see always some lizards. Whether they have tails or not having tails, these are lizards. These are the viruses we have in Biafra land. Whenever you do something or say something good, instead of appreciating what is good, they always try to insult. These are the viruses. These are the weeds we must clear when Biafra is there. Take it or leave it. We are taking notes. Nobody is sleeping. Nobody is just wasting his time. We are taking proper, adequate note of what some people say. Like one self-seasoned fool called the Pascal Chinemrem. This is a bastard of a sort, an idiot, an entity, somebody who has no future. He doesn't like seeing anything good in Biafra land. So to this fool who has much time talking, insulting our honorable chief, his excellency, Chief Dr. Wazirike, we tell this particular, well-seasoned idiot, there will be a time he shall be called to order, and we mean it. We have our network and we are taking adequate care, even though we are not going to waste much time on this self-acclaimed, canonized idiots. So we are on air and we are saying something important which concerns every Biafran. And what is that? This is Christmas in Biafra land. Everybody is involved. Those who live in Biafra land are involved. Even those in diaspora. But then our interest today goes to those in diaspora more especially. Everybody is aware that Christmas time every year, December every year, has become a kind of ritual for our people. When I talk of ritual, I don't mean ritual from the point of view of human sacrifice. No. What I mean by ritual is what our people do from time to time to make sure they keep your standard in celebrating a Christmas time when our Savior, Jesus Christ, was born. Don't mind those who try to condemn Jesus Christ. These are people who are already doomed into damnation and they have become irredeemable. Take it or leave it, they have become irredeemable. There is nothing that awaits them except the hottest part of hell, where they are going to face the hellish conflagration. That is absolute and is incontestable. So we are talking about Christmas in Biafra land. You are free to address us in Igbo language. You are free to address us in English language. Tell us your mind. Why are things happening the other way around in Biafra land, in Igbo land during Christmas time? And what are we talking about? When you look around, all the major transport companies that ply all the Nigerian roads are Igbo oriented. The major transport companies plying all the Nigerian roads are of Igbo extraction. Think of Ekene Lichku Nigeria Limited. Think of De Young Shall Grow Nigeria Limited. Think of Ekesen. Think of CU Obotos. Think of very many of them. Peace Motors. Name them. All these things are transport companies belonging to the Igbo people of Biafra land. There are many. Even state-owned transportation companies. None is left out. Fortunately, whenever it is time for Christmas, instead of all these our people who own these companies to bring down prices to help our people come back home and celebrate with others, it will be a rare moment when they will skyrocket their prices. Owerri, Lagos, Enugu, Lagos, Aba, Lagos, other parts of Igbo land or Biafra land to Lagos, the same parts of Igbo land to Abuja, to Kano, any other part of Nigeria, which used to be, let us say, 5,000 naira to 7,000 naira. Okay, say maximum 8,000 naira during late January to end of let's say November. The cost of transportation remains stable. 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, maximum 8,000. And you go to any part of Nigeria, come back. But once it is Christmas time, once it is Christmas season, once it is December time, it is when our people will remember to hike, to skyrocket the cost of transportation from any part of Nigeria down to Biafra land, from Biafra land again back to anywhere they reside. The question is, why is it so? Some people might try to justify this by saying it is business as usual. No. Business is something that has to be stable. If there is going to be price increase, there must be a time for it, not when it is biting on the people. Year in, year out, our people would suffer under the sun, under the rain, and be storm, making little money once it is the December time, because they would like to come home to celebrate with their own people, to see their siblings, parents, and what have you. It will be an opportunity for all these companies to hike their prices. Why is that so? In the last 1 to 2 weeks, from Lagos to any part of the north was 2,500. From Lagos to Gombe, from Enugu to Gombe, anywhere, 2,500. Then from Lagos to Alibo, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Sometimes 15,000. Sometimes, why? From Lagos to Enugu, from Lagos to Aba, instead of the normal 5,000 to 7,000 naira maximum, we are having 12,000, 15,000. Why? Before a Biafran, before an Igbo man would travel from Kano, Sokoto, Maiduguri, Mina, Abuja, Kaduna, Zaria, Lagos, down to Biafra land, to and fro, let me say, to be spending close to 40,000 naira. And the funny part of it all, none of these vehicles is well insured, so that in case of any accident, the family of the deceased would be compensated. No, nothing like that happens. Instead, they employ drunk drivers who just ply the road in drunken mood. Why is that so? Human lives are lost. Nobody bothers. At the end of the day, they say, oh, it is accident. Just accident. Human lives are lost. In Europe, just like in any other Western world, if you drink, you must not drive. If you drive, you must not drink. I repeat, in the civilized world, if you must drive, you must not drink. If you must drink, you must not drive. If you want to drink, it is when you know you cannot enter the steering. But in Biafra land, just like in the whole of Nigeria, the story is quite different. Why is that so? You will see a driver having 2, 3, 4 bottles of drinks, mixing hot drink, wine, and even possibly palm wine. A driver entrusted with human life will just drink how many bottles of beer, and he enters the steering, sacrificing human life. The road safety is there. What are they doing? Few days ago, it was a clip on Facebook that he had to jam another vehicle on the express road. Think of that. In Nigeria, in Biafra land, somebody who is supposed to monitor those who are drunk before driving, he was a person that got drunk and had to jam another person's vehicle. What an absurdity. It's just like in Nigeria, a policeman is carrying gun and is under the influence of alcohol. Why is that so? That is why there is careless shooting of people anyhow. At the end of the day, they blame it on, what do they call it again? Stray bullets. Why? You don't have to drink if you must drive. You don't have to drink if you must hold the gun. You must examine your own psychology. But it is because these people drink and drink and drink. They don't want to know. Human life becomes valueless. When they see human beings, they look like rats or other ants to them. And they ply the road. Nobody bothers. Even when policemen or road safety stop them, it's a question of taking some 50 naira note or 100 naira note or sometimes 200 naira note. And then they are left off the hook. They keep on moving. Human beings are lost in case of any accident. No insurance of any nature. And lives are wasted. Yet these people paid to be transported from one end of Nigeria to another part of Biafra land. They paid completely. It's not just paying for themselves, for their brothers and sisters and friends and whatever. Even their very luggage, their own very luggage is weighed and there are charges on them. Why is that so? Total exploitation in Biafra land. We are putting our people on notice that during Biafra, things like that must never be allowed to happen. Things like this must never be allowed to happen in the event of Biafra, in the event of Biafra. So, this is the message we are passing across today. And while we are passing this message, some fools think we are here to insult the sensibility of their exiled leader. No, stop talking rubbish, because when we are saying something that concerns the Igbo people, the Biafrans, especially this transportation matter, and you begin to insult us, you are going to be a victim on the road one day. We make bold to say it. We make bold to say it. Whatever you think your fellow human being is, first of all, attribute it to yourself. We are here telling our people, during Biafra, government of Biafra is going to control transportation costs. I don't know of any other country in the world, but here in Germany, government controls all the transportation companies and what have you. That is true. All the taxis are under government control, all the buses under government control, every train under government control, and the price is stable. Cost is stable. Why can't it be so in the current Nigeria? In Biafra land, is going to be like that. We are going to make sure we control all these things. No owner of transport companies or transportation companies will come to inflate prices anyhow and impose it on our people. We must resist it. We must say no to that. Let us put to notice now, such malady must never be allowed to take hold of Biafra land. Gentlemen, think of that. Just from Lagos, how many hours from Lagos to Owerri? Lagos to Aba, Lagos to Enugu, Nsukka, anywhere. Nnewi. How, sorry, how many kilometers from the north down to east? Then the whole money you make during the year, you must waste it. And then, if we have a family of 3, family of 4, multiply it by 30, 40,000 naira, how much do you get? It's not only that. When we come back home, those who sell food items are waiting, but we shall come to them. Let me ask my friend Echesman. During seasons like this over there in Japan, is the story in Biafra land the same? Talk to our people. Yeah, Echesman, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. To start with, Japan celebrate Christmas in their own way, not in the way we do it in the entire Africa, mostly Nigeria and Ireland. Everything stands the way it is in Japan from January to December. Nothing changes. Be it Christmas, be it New Year, be it Easter, be it any festival, even their culture, their traditional celebration and some other things, it is steady, nothing changes. In this issue of where we celebrate Christmas in England is becoming something else. It is no longer celebration, it is no longer Christmas, it is no longer anything but it is becoming, let me call it evil to celebrate Christmas in England. This is a serious problem in our land. Mostly for some of us who prove to be freedom fighters, who is fighting for freedom. This is one of the things we must fight against. Increasing everything in the name of celebrating Christmas. Even the Christ himself does not allow this. He does not allow wickedness in his own birthday. But the height and level of wickedness we fix in this so-called Christmas is getting out of hand. Like last year, we discussed this. They blame Buhari and APC for price of fuel. This year again, Buhari and APC are not guilty anymore. It is they call it law of demand and supply. Because ndị Igbo sị na aka mma n'oyibo, you make it, they call it law of demand and supply. That is why it increase. But I don't know if the Biafra land shifted from normal Biafra land and went down to maybe Ghana or Cameroon. That makes it to increase. I don't know the reason why it is. Those suffering to Biafra land for Christmas are all Biafrans, Igbo and Igbos. Why do we increase it? When you ask an Igbo man, he will tell you, as really Ibe, and when you Ibe, meaning that if a snake doesn't swallow snake, it doesn't grow. If fish doesn't eat his fellow fish, it doesn't grow. But the question remains, which fish supposed to eat each other? Why must that be? Why must fish eat another fish to grow? Why must snakes follow other snakes to grow? This statement is a very satanic and evil statement. Though we use it in the world without knowing the origin of the statement. This statement is like legalizing um, abomination. It's like legalizing evil in the land. Why must fish eat its fellowship fish to grow? Why must snake swallow its fellow snake to grow? Just because we want to make money, just because we want to become rich. You know, most times when some of our neighbors say that Igbo doesn't like themselves, most of us try to defend to the core. But in some area where you look at it, it sounds like that. Because most of us cannot afford to buy rice. They cannot afford to transport themselves to Biafra land because of this greediness and madness of our people. If these buses belongs to Hausa and Yorubas, they will target hatred against Igbo. They will target greedy against Igbo. They will target envy against Igbo. They will target bitterness against Igbo. But today, all the buses belong to Igbo people. All the buses going down to Biafra land in December time belongs to Igbo people. Most people say because the buses travel to east and come back empty. That's why it is expensive. Then I ask, must someone pay for another person's seat because the buses went back to Lagos empty or went to Abuja empty? What's the business of the passenger over there in that issue? What is the business of passenger occupy only seat of going down to Biafra? And to see the wickedness again, if they are going back to Lagos during January, the same thing turns down to Biafra to Lagos. And we call it a law of demand and the supply. We call it we call it it is getting out of hands. With this thing happening in Biafra, it means we are not even 1% ready to have freedom. We are going deep and deep into bondage. We are creating more problem to ourselves. We are making our caricature of ourselves. We are making ourselves slaves to our own self. I don't know why we must be wicked against ourselves. Christmas time is supposed to be a time things will be cheap. Things will be very easy for people. Most people doesn't travel, they decide to remain where they are because of this madness, because of this greediness, over greediness. Double the transport times four. They will tell you that even aircraft also increase. How much? If aircraft is 500,000, it can add more than 20,000 or even 10,000. Or call it 50,000. But in our own case, it is times 4. Times 4 is 16,000. The transport that's supposed to be 4,000 is 16,000. Tell me how a family of 4, 5, 6 we travel. That means we'll be paying 50, 60, 70,000 just to travel down to Biafra and pay the same thing to come back. Tomorrow we say that Hausa hate us, Yoruba hate us, the other tribe hate us, they don't want us to live. But we don't want ourselves to live too. But honestly, I feel so bad the way we treat ourselves, the way we behave within ourselves. This is one of the reasons why even the so-called world doesn't care about us. Because when you don't care about your own people, when you don't think about your own people, I'm telling you, nobody cares about you, nobody listens to you. In the end of this broadcast, I think we will use at least 10 minutes to discuss the solution to this problem because we must find solution. It is getting out of hand. Let me stop here for now. Then I'll stop. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chesina, for your own contributions. We keep on saying, why must that particular snake swallow another to survive? Those who say this don't understand the laws governing the animal kingdom. Can anybody, any Igbo person or Biafran, tell me where in the history or the life of the animals has one lion eaten another lion? Has ever a tiger eaten another tiger? Has a monkey eaten another monkey? Gorilla, has it ever eaten another gorilla? No. They rather chose different species to eat. But human beings always misinterpret this particular law governing the animistic by saying, in what sense? If you know you must eat another person to survive, if you are a father, why not you eat your wife? Why not you eat your children to grow? If you are a child, why not you eat your father or your brother to grow? Why then must you look out for another person to eat for you to grow? Does it work like that? Nature does not permit it that way, because whatever you give out, you receive the equivalent of it. That is true. All the vehicles that ply the road, let me say 70% of vehicles that ply the road, Lagos to Owerri, Aba, Enugu, Nnewi, Nsukka, Port Harcourt, Yenagoa, Akwa Ibom, or Ikota Ekpene, Calabar, every part of Biafra land, even to Umuahia, Abakaliki, all of them are owned by the Igbos. Those who are always traveling are the Igbos. Why then do we make life difficult for our people? Why? The question is, why do we make life difficult for our people? You want to wreck your fellow human being because you want to survive. You want to bring down your fellow human being because you want to survive. Why not make things moderate for your fellow human beings to benefit from it? That is how it's supposed to be. That is how it happens in a civilized world. And that is why they move forward. And God, infinite God, continues to bless them most abundantly. But because we introduce crookedness in our own system, in our own mode of life, that is why we keep on having a drawback. Let us introduce sanity, to some of these things. We must be honest to ourselves. What sense does it make that from late January to late November, cost of transportation is 5,000 naira from any part of Nigeria to any part of Biafra land? Once it is December time, all these vehicle owners from Igbo land will just hike their price astronomically, so that it becomes very, very difficult for a family of 2, 3 or more to come back home. Now, when they spend their whole money on the road, on what will they fall back when they return? How will they survive? It is not only that. From wherever they are to Biafra land, everything is fraught with dangers. All the vehicle owners who are the drivers they employ, are there people that have values for human life? No. That driver doesn't want to know. Give him 2 bottles of Gouda, mix it with 2 bottles of big stout, and what have you. He will just finish everything and pick up the steering. Even at night, when visibility is very, very poor, all these drivers soak themselves in alcoholic drinks and take human life for granted. For granted. Year in, year out, people die on the road. Year in, year out, families lose their loved ones. Year in, year out, we continue to bury our people because they died due to drivers' carelessness. He wants to fly to Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, wherever. Within a day, come back at once and make more money. And people die. When these people die, no insurance for them. No insurance. In a civilized world, every human being is insured. In case of any accident, in case of any death, the family of the deceased is compensated. That is how it is done. But in Igbo land, in Biafra land, it's a don't care attitude. Nobody wants to know. People keep on dying. Who are we to blame? It is the Nigerian factor, the Nigerian society that causes all these things. Nigeria doesn't want to know. The government of Nigeria does not want to know because they are more crooked than any other person. This is what we suffer. Anything can happen in Nigeria. Nigeria has become a laughing stock before the international community. And this informs the reason why we must break away from that rickety structure called Nigeria. And when I call Nigeria a rickety structure, I know for now we are still part and parcel of it, but we must tell ourselves the truth. Because we no longer feel comfortable under this particular leaky roof, we want to have our own. And we must go. Nobody stops us. Of course, the tape is in sight. Nobody values human life. People die. And as we talk about this high cost of transportation, on our roads, you see men in uniform, the police, the army, the road safety. Even ordinary civil defense. You see them terrorizing our people, killing our people. Just because of 50 naira. Because of 50 naira, you are shooting your fellow human being. We make bold to say, those of you that intentionally kill your fellow human beings are going to suffer the same consequences. Whatever you give out, that you must surely receive. For every man's blood, there must be a reckoning. You cannot kill your fellow human being because you feel you are under official protection. You kill because you have the gun. Others don't have. Let us assume that everybody has a gun. Would you mess up? You'll be the first victim. But in Nigeria, nobody bothers. Anything goes. We talk of ownership of thieves. We talk of protecting criminals because they come from our own side of the divide. We must break up that country. Human life don't matter in Nigeria. But we're talking about Biafra land. What of Biafra land we want to build? We want to build a society far, far different from the Nigerian catastrophe. This is what we want to build. Yet as we try to do this, some people, some criminals are sabotaging our efforts. They are introducing evil into our own society. A new society that is being born. Some people keep on introducing evil into our midst. Take it or leave it, we are going to contain all of them. It is a matter of time. Like I said earlier on, we are taking minute details of everything that transpires in Biafra land right now. We are not sleeping. To those of you who think we are sleeping, we are not sleeping. Let me be honest with you. We don't need to make noise for you to understand we are not sleeping. So whatever your altercations on social media, whatever you plan against a fellow human being in Igbo land or by extension in Biafra land, we are taking minute details and nothing escapes our vigilance. So get it informed. You must be informed that we know everything that is happening. We can never boast. Don't forget that we are there in Biafra land. Our leader is in Biafra land. Our security apparatus, everything in Biafra land. We don't operate from exile. Know it now. We don't operate from exile. That is to say, we know what is happening. And when the time comes, we are going to sort out everybody. Nobody is going to be killed. Far be from us. In Biafra land, we value human life. What we have to do is, because of the idle nature of such human beings whom we call brigands, we are going to put them in our Biafran farms where they are going to cultivate the yield. We are going to make them useful. And making them useful is that they must be sent to the farms forcefully to go and work. By the time they labor, of course, we are going to introduce mechanized agriculture in Biafra land when the time comes. But before then, it's going to be a crew type. They are going to labor under the sun, under the rain to cultivate the yield. Those of you who are now insulting, making noise everywhere, we are taking adequate note of all of you. We are waiting. A little bit of Biafra Christian song once again. Yes, that is elements of Biafran Christmas songs, worship songs. We tell our people, forget those who said we are not a Christian country. We're a Christian country, but that does not mean that anybody will have the freedom to practice their religion. Everybody will be free. Practice their own type of religion, provided you do not obstruct another person. Provided you wouldn't make your own religion a brand, an imposition. It will not be accepted at all in Biafra land. We tell everybody, not warning but advice, feel free to practice a religion, but you can never impose it on anybody. Biafra is a free society. Everybody in Biafra land is going to feel free to do whatever they like, provided you do not harm or obstruct anybody. Because if you must see the light, you must not obstruct any other person's sight. This is the Biafra we are telling you we are going to build. Take it or leave it. Biafra is going to be sanitized. All these evils we have in Biafra land today must never be allowed to exist. We are here talking about Christmas time. Skyrocketing cost of transportation because there's quality a season. You don't have to eat a fellow human being to grow. Look for something else to eat. Go into the farm, cultivate the yield, harvest it, and then eat and become somebody. You don't need to eat a fellow human being to grow. Because if you try that, a superior force will also eat you. How then does it look? At the end of the day, who shall remain? Nobody. When we eat ourselves, we all die, and the enemy will come and take over our land. That is absolute. Why then must we eat ourselves because we want to survive? We reduce our population, give the enemy the advantage over us because you want to, show your feeders. Why do you skyrocket all this? Look at all these owners of transportation companies. Very, very rich. Billionaires and billionaires. The poor man who want to extort the little he has, how much does he or she have? Let us be honest to ourselves. You are reckoning in billions. The poor man has only, let me say, 20,000 naira. Okay, give him 50,000 naira. Now you turn around to take the remaining 50 to add up to your own trillions. It's just like what we experience in churches today, where the general overseer is riding super jet. The senior pastors are riding limousine. Their wives and children are riding, supersonic vehicles. Tithe payers, those who give offering. Look at the shoes they wear, just like the shoes of policemen at the area F Ikeja. pointing one direction with mouth open like crocodile. That is how their shoes look. Everything bent, looking haggard and woebegone, looking hungry, forgotten, forlorn. Yet they make their contribution. You keep on promising them year by year, breakthrough, for prophecy, a year of my year of fulfillment, my year of success. After the whole year of labor, you extort every farthing they made, and you promise them another 1 year of prophetic revelations. What madness is that? Let us be honest ourselves. All these people should stop deceiving our fellow Biafrans and our fellow Igbos, even any other body. They should stop deceiving our people. Every time, this prophetic intuition. Nothing comes to fruition. Year in, year out. The same people that gathered somewhere would gather again the next year to receive miracle. At the end of the day, where do you see the miracle? Somebody who reads Nigerian newspapers every day will now come, instead of telling us what he or she read on the papers, on the social media, he begins to talk about prophecies. There is no prophecy in Nigeria. Mugabe will say that Nigerians have more prophets now, more than the Old and the New Testament in the Bible. That is true. What I'm talking is relating to Biafra land. Just like now people are coming back home, you will see pastors and evangelists and general overseers coming now to give them prophecy. Oh, now that you are back, this your neighbor, beware of him. This your neighbor is the source or the cause of your problems. He has buried something in your house. When that very pastor or evangelist had in the dead of the night entered their family and planted or dug something on the ground and left it there. Now, they will tell somebody, oh, let us come and perform miracle. He knows where they hid it. They will go there and dig it out. And you say, oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. It's all a lie. We must take care of all this in Biafra land. We must take care of all this in Biafra land. There will be no fake prophecy. And all the churches must pay tithe, just like it is happening in Europe. The churches pay government and government builds churches. Government here in Germany does not allow any individual or group to build churches. No, government builds churches. But in Biafra land, it becomes a private business. Just like the transportation companies. Extorting money from the poor people. Last time I was in Biafra land, looking at the faces of a lot of people. Oh my God, there was poverty written everywhere. Everywhere. See their physiognomy. You pity for my people. Hunger. In a land that flows with milk and honey. What is happening to our people? We are really in bondage, like I said a few minutes ago. We are in bondage. Owners of vehicles are there exploiting our people. What is left of them is finally being exploited by the churches. Let me tell you, spirituality is within you. Let me make both to say it. If you hand yourself over to somebody to manipulate you spiritually, you are in bondage. Christ gave somebody 10 talents, gave another person 5, to another 1 or 2. It is equal before the eye of God. Make use of your own. Don't say because you have 1 or 2, the person who has 5 or 10 is more or better. No, it's only a lie. It is equal. You were rather given based on your own capacity and capability. Stop entrusting your spiritual life in the hands of anybody. Nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. Be a man or woman unto yourself. This is what we are telling our people. How can a whole people be exploited like that? Nobody survives in our own Biafra land. The churches mess you up. Owners of transport vehicles mess you up. The very government that is supposed to protect you messes you up. Policemen that are paid to protect you kill you. Just imagine that. And instead of doing something to better the society, they are pursuing all these Yahoo boys. I'm not trying to encourage the Yahoo boys because of the rituals they get involved in these days. They can never kill anybody, because if you kill anybody to make money, to get wealth, You must never live to enjoy that particular wealth. Take it or leave it. This is the law of nature and it is irrevocable. That is obvious. So we are telling our people now, you don't need to exploit people before you survive. This is what we are saying. Now, HSA, you heard what I was saying. I'm sorry other members of the crew have not joined due to poor network services in Nigeria. This is December time and the traffic is so much that it becomes difficult for them to communicate with us. HSA is a civilized world. Now, we are talking about this exploitation. The vehicle owners are there exploiting our people. And when they come back home, owners of churches will take the remaining, telling them, oh, this your next door neighbor is the cause of your problem. He has planted there, he has taken away your destiny. Creating problems for our people. Everybody lives in bondage anyhow. HSA, please, what advice do you have for these people, for our people, for them to know that they are masters of their own destiny?
Thank you so much once again, Mr. Kineko. You know, like as well, like yesterday, I was in a POB end of year party. I was talking with somebody there. He was saying that Africa like to be in bondage. But I quickly corrected him that nobody loves to be in bondage, nobody likes to be in bondage. But before before coming out of bondage, you must discover and understand that you're in bondage. It is most of people don't know that they're in bondage. Nobody likes bondage, but most of people don't understand that they are in bondage. That's why they couldn't take off coming out of the bondage they are into. You see, this even in Biafra struggle, the main problem of Africa, Nigeria at large has also come into the struggle. Extorting of money, using it in a wrong way. It has come into the struggle also. The same problem why we want to be free from Nigeria is now, covering the whole things, the whole struggle, the whole thing in Igbo land. The way pastor, most of the fake pastors rob our people. Well, let me not say fake pastor because there's nothing like fake pastor. It is either you're a pastor or not a pastor.
Exactly, I agree with you.
Yeah, because pastor is people who care for people, people who show love to people, people who help people, people who deliver people, people who take care of people and supply their needs if they have. That is the pastor. They take people away from evil, but this time around they are all criminals, duping people, robbing people. Though there are still few good one of them, there are still good original one of them who do the right thing. Our people is like when these days, our people is like when they see you crying because of somebody hit you, they will now console you, they will now hug you and bring you in. You will think maybe, oh, you are now coming to the right place, a place to laugh. Because that person that console you, sympathize with you and bring you in, will do you worse than what the first person did to you. Another person will see you crying when the second person hit you and say, oh, come. The people are very bad, just come out, we'll take care of you. He will do you worse than what the second person did to you. Until you realize that almost everybody are the same pattern. You start finding your way, you start doing things on your own way to come out of your bondage. If not, you will remain from one bondage to another. from transportation bondage to church bondage, from church bondage to confusion bondage. Just like that, every blessed day we're getting into troubles. Like if you go to my wall, I always say it, I always write it. There is never a place in the Bible where the Bible or Jesus or any of the apostles say that when you say amen, you will receive miracle. When you say amen, things will change about you. When you say amen, things will be better for you. You will have a miracle. There's not a place like that. But today on Facebook, everywhere, type amen, you will get this. Type amen, you will get that. Type amen, you will be free. I said, what kind of madness is this? You are holding your phone, typing amen. Why other people are struggling, working hard to earn their salary, working hard to eat, working hard to feed and pay their house rent. You are somewhere typing amen. Type amen. The most stupid part of it is that someone will take picture of a house that costs more than 30 million naira and set about 3 cars that cost more than 15 million each in the front of the car and take the picture and put it on Facebook and say, type amen if you want to get this type of, if you want to be such rich. Now the question is the owner of that house and that car type amen before getting them? Or did he work out for it? I'm a Christian, I believe in Bible, I believe in Christ. But the question is this: why are we deceiving ourselves in the name of Christianity, in the name of church, in the name of a miracle? The owner of those things struggle hard, use his brain, work with his hand and his legs to get it. Now you put it on Facebook and somebody will put it on Facebook and say type amen to get them. Did the original owner type amen before getting them, or did he work for it? Did he work for it? There's no place in the Bible that Jesus asked people to type amen to be free, to type amen to be this. You know, this is our problem. Let our people understand that working hard is. That's why they say some people say that religion is the problem of Africa. I told them no. Africa is the problem of religion. Africa, Nigeria, and our Igbo people are problem to religion. Some people say that Nigeria is the problem of Nigeria. I said no. Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria. Nigeria is just a name of a nation. Though given by Britain. It is the people inside that is creating the problem, not the country itself. It is people inside the country creating the problem. And still they don't understand that they are the one creating the problem. We're fighting for freedom. And we are going deeper and deeper and deeper into bondage. What are we fighting in Nigeria, for example? Why are we fighting for freedom? Because the people on top impose whatever they like on us. That's the reason why we want to be free from them. But today, in the struggle also, another set of people have come to impose things on us by fire by force, whether I like it or not. It's the same thing. So my advice to our people is to, let me say, let me put it, I want to say this because it just happened just within 1.5 months. Like I said to our people, this thing is everywhere. If you look at travel these days, somebody will come and tell you she will take you to Germany, just pay 500,000, I'll take you to Germany, and when you get to Germany, you pay the money 500,000. And our people are there dishing money out, packing millions of money out, thousands of money in the name of travel. And the person will collect the money and dupe you and block you. I don't know what is wrong with our people. Somebody I've never seen, somebody it doesn't that you doesn't know. We now, because you see him on Facebook, he's living in Japan, he's living in Germany. So how can you help me to come to Germany? Automatically the person become ambassador, become the owner of the German visa. He now asks you to pay social amount for you to get visa. Then he collect money from you, 300,000, 400,000 from you, and eat the money. At the end of the day, you come out and say Nigeria is very hard. Nigeria is very difficult. These are very hard. Meanwhile, that 500,000 you pay to somebody to bring you to Germany, America, or Japan, you made it from that the same Nigeria, which is very difficult, which is very hard. Now, like as I was saying, I used to tell my people, if you want to travel abroad, go straight to the embassy, get the requirement of whichever country you want to go. Getting the requirement will make you to understand where you are going and know what and what is required, what and what you need. Take your passport Australia. And I was talking with one of my brother 1.5 months ago, who called me and said he wanted to come to Japan. I said, my brother, if you want to come to Japan, if Japan is your desire, if you decide to come to Japan, go straight to Japan embassy and make the things requirement, take the form, fill the form. If it is the will of God you are coming to Japan, you will be in Japan. You know, after talking with him, he was telling me that people, some of our people are telling him that it's difficult, this and that. I said, Mr. Man, nothing like difficult. Do it for yourself. It will work for you. Honestly, as I'm talking to you, it was on Saturday. I was talking with the guy on Messenger. Because I saw his message, he said that I just ignored him since all these days. I said, my brother, I'm so busy and I didn't ignore you. And I was talking to him. Do you know that this young man was telling me that he is speaking from Tokyo now as I'm talking to you, as we are talking. I said, wow. He said, you are speaking from Tokyo. So you get Japan already? He said, yes, he has entered Japan. He was saying, brother, thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for helping me with ordinary advice. He said that advice I gave to him that 1.5 months ago encourages him, give him strength, and he got what he wanted. If he was there praying, God help me to get visa to Germany, or looking for one criminal that will give money, he will not be in Japan. But today he's in Japan as I'm talking to you now. This is what I tell our people. Do things on your own. Stop waiting for all these fake people who call themselves pastor, who call themselves reverend father, who call themselves prophet or bishop or whatever. Most of them are just ready there just to take the one you have. Most of this transport, all this transport belongs to patients. All these transporters, all these cars, all these buses. They belong to our fellow Christians, our fellow Igbo. But they will still dupe you. Let our people learn how to do their own things. And stop all this rubbish, fooling themselves around in the name of prophecy. What is there to prophesy for you? There's nothing to, according to the Bible, there's nothing more to prophesy. There's nothing more to prophesy in this life. Telling me that I will be rich tomorrow or by the God will bless me by next year. It is my portion, it is my right. It is my birthright for God to bless me because God has sworn to bless me. God has vowed to bless me. God has taken oath that He must bless me. So there's nothing to tell me that God will bless me next year. I will be millionaire next year. I know it already. God has created me in His own image after His likeness, which means simple as that. Akwebu doesn't pray for God doesn't pray for water to come inside him for him to grow. God that created that coconut will give it to him. Let's understand where we are coming from and where we're going. At least we better for us. Thank you. you, my brother. Let me stop you.
Thank you very much, Chesina. You really said something very, very important. You see, our people are the ones that cause their problems. When you come out to hand their life over to somebody, the person will keep on manipulating you. One thing is the truth. We don't. Let me take this call out, please. So, our people are the cause of their own very problems. That is true. In a situation where you allow yourself to be manipulated by somebody somewhere, what do you think? Somebody will come and tell you, I have prophecy. H.S. Nasedito, there's nothing to prophesy again. Jesus Christ gave us the last of the prophecies. And that is, keep the heart of your thoughts pure, and you will bring peace to yourself. Nothing like prophecy in modern time. These so-called prophets cannot tell you what is to come. They will only tell you the problems you already had in the past. Yes, yes.
I forgot one important thing, one most important thing.
Yeah, feel free, please.
Please, this prophecy and this and that, they create more problem because sometimes somebody will tell you when you get, and it is because our people are the reason of this problem. You get to a church, for example, they say this pastor see a lot, this prophet see a lot, and you went there for him to see who is your problem. You went there for him to tell you who is the cause of your poverty. You went there to tell you who is behind your problem, behind your blindness. And because of these people are criminals who want to destroy you, they will not tell you your father is one behind your success.
Yeah, it's true.
Your mother is the one behind your barrenness. Your grandmother is behind this. Your mother-in-law is behind this. You see this now. You left your house happy, very happy with your family members going to this church and coming back with bitterness. Immediately the church closed to go and fight your mother, fight your mother-in-law, fight your father-in-law, fight your brother, who they will tell you is the one behind your problem. And the worst part of it is that our people doesn't reason. You went to this church, they told you this is your problem, and they don't have solution for it. When your mother is the problem of this is your problem, when your father is the problem, then now what is the problem? What is the solution? You went there for solution, not to know who is behind it. You're supposed to go there for solution to your problem, not to go and find what is your problem. Now you find what is your problem. Now what is what is the solution? Now, what is the solution? The pastor, the reverend father, the bishop, the prophet doesn't have the solution for your problem. They don't have solution for it. They only tell you what your problem is, but they have no solution. That's why I tell people finding out problem without finding the solution is just increasing the problem. You are increasing the problem. You are making it worse. Even this extortion of things is everywhere in our land, is everywhere in Africa. When you went to hospital, for example, in Japan here, when you went to hospital, even if you have only 30 minutes to die, doctor will not tell you that. Doctor will tell you you are okay, you will be okay, you will be looking fine very soon. Don't worry, just relax. Then when you are relaxing, doctor will take care of you. Even sometimes the miracle will happen that you will live more 5 or 10 years. But in our own land, even nothing is happening to you, just little thing they took you to hospital, doctor will say, oh, go and get 500,000, 300,000. In next 30 minutes, this man will die if you don't do something. You will see the healthy ones that brought the person to hospital, they will become more sicker than the person in the hospital. They will become more weak than the person that is sick. You see them running on the street like mad people. Some of them can even, out of panic, some of them can even jump into accident and die. Because doctor told them that this person need this and that in next 2 days, if not, he will die. The doctor you took somebody to solve problem is now putting more trouble in the family, causing more confusion. Instead of finding solution. When you discover a sickness in somebody's body and you cannot cure that sickness, you are creating more problem, you are creating more confusion, you are creating more tension, you are creating more panic. This is one of the things we should look into in our land. Like I said, I think if we can't get Biafra, let us be Biafra. You know, I said it before when I was under Radio Biafra. That we should build the church of our own, where we will be telling our people the truth, the hardcore truth. When we will remove this, I don't know what should I call it, a black lion they used to cover our people's eyes. You are looking for husband, you went to church. Is the pastor giving husband? You are looking for child, you went to church. Is the pastor giving child? We have to understand. Folding your hand in the church doesn't solve any problem. Rather, you go out there, find solution for your problem. So the problem is right around us. Both doctors, pastors, transporters, businessmen, everybody is a problem to our nation, to our people. Why most people, most pastor or prophet will tell you that your problem is from your family. None of them will ever tell you that your success is from your family, that your progress is from your family. That in fact, because of what your father did 10 years ago, you are prospering. Instead, they will tell you that because of what your father did 10 years ago, you are poor. Let me stop here again for other people to talk. Maybe thank you.
Yeah, you are really correct, Chesna. I must be honest with you. Some of these pastors, evangelists, we are not, particularizing now. We are talking all the people that contribute to evils in Biafra land, in Igbo land. We are talking to all of you. Somebody will not come and tell you where you are coming from and where you are going, and you believe. The person did not enter your mind to know what you are calculating. It is only when you let yourself loose, they pick you up and manipulate you. Some of you suffer what is called psychological defeatism. You don't have to hand over yourself to somebody to take care of you. No. Wrong. Let us be honest with you. Nothing like prophecy. Forget all these things. They will not tell you what will happen tomorrow. They will rather tell you what happened yesterday because they have heard about it. They have their agents everywhere. People, they give little bit to go and get information. And when they know you, they invite you. While you are there, they know you are there. And they will begin to say something that happened to you in the past. Now you become a victim. Whatever remaining you have, you come and drop it there on the altar. And they laugh at you. Stop wasting your time. If you don't organize yourself, nobody will organize it for you. No particular reverend father, pastor, evangelist, or whatever can do it for you. Just like we are talking about all these owners of transport vehicles. Nobody. You are to build yourself. You are to assist yourself. You are to help yourself. Any other person just play a complementary role. But when you allow yourself to be manipulated spiritually, but we don't reason at all. Let us reason together. 31st of December 2017, you went for crossover. You were given prophecies of miracles to happen come 2018. And you rejoiced, you danced, believing that it's a year of breakthrough. At the end of the day, this is 2018, going. Where are the manifestations of the miracles or the prophecies? 31st of December 2018, the same people will gather again to receive another crossover miracle prophecy and what have you. What a mess. You cross over and whatever you have that at first night, you donate. You struggle again throughout 2019, struggling. Whatever money little you make, you go and drop. Because you believe in miracle. Which miracle? Stop blaming anybody. Blame yourself. In my own very kindred, a particular family was progressing, but in this family, 2 persons were progressing. The third person, due to stupidity, couldn't make it. Even though the first and the second did everything to raise the third one, because he was a dumb, he was stupid, he could not make it. Somewhere along the line, a fake prophet, of course, we're either a prophet or no prophet, not like that. But let me say, from the time we are discussing now, a fake prophet came and told the third person, oh, others have used you to rise, to progress, to be rich. Stupid. Here was a person they helped in very many ways, sent him abroad, here and there, he came back. Even where he is living, gave him a house, complete house. Because this other ones built upstairs and left the other one for him. Yet, he could not do anything. And somebody is coming to say, oh, they used you to rise. Madness. Because this prophet wanted to get whatever the gentleman has as a remainder. What for? Why do you allow all these people to manipulate you? Can't my people reason? 31st of December 2016, you went for a crossover night. You had prophecies of what of a breakthrough. 2017. 2017 came, nothing happened. You went for 31st night again, crossover. You were giving prophecies of a manifold abundance. 2017 ended. Now, 2018 is ending. You are going for the same purpose. 2019. Come on, tell yourself the truth. Why do you waste your time? Just believe in our Savior Jesus Christ. Believe in Him and He will solve your problems. Anchor yourself in Him. Have the faith, the inner faith. Because Christ will say, with little faith you can tell this mountain to move and the mountain will obey you. Little faith, you can tell the mountain to move, the mountain will obey you. Why are you men of little faith? Why do you subordinate your faith to another person's caprices? Why? Every year, my friend, think of that. Every year, you go for crossover. Every year, you go to crossover. You receive miracle. Which miracle? Tell me which miracle. If you are a miracle worker, if you feel you can heal the sick, go to hospitals where there are no pretenders. Go to hospitals where there are no pretenders to sickness and heal the sick. We shall believe you. And not those you just pay from distances away. They come to pretend as if they are sick. Stop all this. This thing cannot beat Biafra. These things will rather bring Biafra down. We shall not give room for fake prophecy or false miracle in Biafra land. Tell me what? Every time you continue manipulating people. One pastor or evangelist was trying to perform a miracle and he asked everybody, look up, close your eyes and look up to heavens. Miracle will happen. Close your eyes, look up to heaven. Foolish congregation. They closed their eyes, looked up to heaven. Which heaven? The clouds above. The miracle worker dipped hand in his pocket and brought out a lizard and dropped on the ground. Oh, hallelujah, Jesus, Igwe. What happened? Lizard from his own pocket. Now, lizard came out from the sick man's stomach. What madness is that? Stupid. Everybody shouted, Jesus Igwe. Jesus Christ did not encourage such madness. No. We know the Christ we worship. He is the infinite God. He doesn't believe in this acrobatics. Christ himself never got himself involved in acrobatics. Then why do human beings do that? Fake prophecies. You go and somebody drug somebody will just, go be unconscious. You bring him, oh, this person is sick, we're going to heal him. After some time now, the person is revived. You say a miracle, igwe. Rubbish. If you want to heal the sick, go to hospitals. There are no pretenders in hospitals. Those who are there are really sick. Stop performing Nollywood because you want to say, I want to convince people. If you want to raise the dead, don't wait for somebody to be brought to you. Move them to hospital, to what you call it. You go to mortuaries. Go to mortuaries and you will see the dead. Go to mortuaries there. When you go to mortuaries, you will see the real dead bodies. Raise them up because their owners, their relations want these people to rise from the dead. Let them rise. But when you cannot go to mortuaries to raise the dead, when you cannot go to hospitals to heal the sick, why do you perform acrobatics in your church? Stop deceiving our people, because on the last day you are going to give account of your stewardship. Somebody is online with us. If you're having me, introduce yourself, please. Hello, is that you, Chair? Why do you perform acrobatics in your church? Ndoka, are you online with us? No. So, what we are trying to say is this: do not hand over yourself to any miracle worker. In Biafra land, we shall not allow this to happen. Remember, we started by telling you, when Biafra is there with us, government of Biafra is going to control transportation costs. Our people shall not be manipulated every year when they are coming home for festivals or Christmas times. Nobody shall be manipulated. Also in Biafra land, we shall make sure that there will not exist any fake prophet or fake miracle worker. No way. Everybody must be gainfully employed. It is because you are idle, because you are hungry, that is why you believe in miracle. Biafra is going to provide employment for every Biafran. Biafran government is going to provide accommodation for every Biafran. Biafran government is going to take care of a lot of things in Biafra land. We would not hand over everything in the hands of all these criminal brigands. No way. We would want to make sure that Biafra is a sanitized society. It is only when you don't have work, you don't have something to eat, you are homeless, you begin to think of miracle. Miracle does not happen. Miracle is their own effort, their own faith. That is what is called miracle. When you make out time to do something and succeed, that is a miracle for you. Stop bothering yourself about this crossover night. Which crossover night? What of other nights? Is it only that particular night that God created for you? No. There are very many other nights you can always cross over. Very many other nights. We pray you have the faith. You walk. If you don't walk, you shall not eat. If you depend on people, you shall continue to go a begging. When you gather every day, crossover night, miracle, come and take your miracle. You grab it, I take it. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. It doesn't happen that way. If such miracles happen, how come that year in, year out, the same people that thronged a particular ministry will gather again to receive the same miracle, which they received the last year or previous year? How many times does our God give before he gives you in full? It is once. God doesn't make mistake. So how come that the same God that said, you shall be a rich man, 2017 came, you were poorer than before. The same God will tell you again, don't worry, it was a mistake. 2018, you are going to be a rich man. Now, 2018 has come and gone. You are now hoping of 2019. It's just like there will be a referendum in 2016. 2016 ended, no referendum. It will be 2017. 2017 came and ended, no referendum. It must be 2018. 2018 is ended, No referendum. Idiots, idiots, idiots are still believing. Come on, who has bewitched our people? Who has bewitched our people? Is this the type of Biafra we are going to build? If this is the type of Biafra we are going to build, let us remain in Nigeria. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Let us remain in Nigeria if it is the type of Biafra you think we are building. No, but God forbid. We are going to make sure that Biafra is a better society. I keep on telling my people, it is not a boast. I keep on telling my people, we are going to build the Biafran society after the German type. What do I mean? Come to Germany. I must be honest with you, I am very much proud of this country. This is a country that values every citizen. Not just a citizen, but everybody that is resident here in Germany. The German government values such a person, be you a native or a foreigner. Why do I say that Biafran society shall be built after the German fashion? In this particular Germany, from where we are broadcasting right now, everything is organized. Everything is perfectly organized. I am using perfection in the superlative degree because I know in human nature imperfection doesn't exist. But at least they're trying. So, here, one, let me give you a few examples. Every bus that plies the road belongs to government. Every taxi that plies the road belongs to government. Every train that plies the rail belongs to government. The train driver, the bus driver, the taxi driver receive monthly salary like a medical doctor, any other person. Every driver, whether taxi driver or bus driver, receives monthly salary. Every of them has meter. In taxi, you pay cash as you enter. In bus, you buy ticket monthly. It is moderate. We just calculate prices anyhow. So at the end of the month, they receive salary. Government of Germany build houses for people, provide accommodation for everybody. German society will never allow you to sleep outside. Even if you're a foreigner just entering, once you report yourself to government, they must provide accommodation for you for a night or two. Make sure you eat food free of charge before they ask you, where are you coming from? Why are you here? In this Germany, there are places people go and eat free food, sleep free, before they ask you, who are you? That is the society for you. In this very German society, everybody is insured. Not only that, government knows where everybody lives. German government knows where everybody lives. You can't hide yourself. So if they're looking for you, they know where to find you. That's why they tell you you can run, but you cannot hide. They know where everybody lives. And they provide for you. So far as you don't commit crime. In every hamlet, every society within 500 meters, German government will provide banks, supermarkets, filling stations, businesses, everything is there. So that it won't be thronging the major cities like creating traffic jam. That is it for you. German government creates jobs for people. There are those who sweep their streets using machines. They receive their salary. Those who take care of trees and flowers, they receive their salaries. Everybody is involved. In German society, why we say Biafra shall be built after the German society? In German society, a medical doctor is specialized in his own field. A gynecologist must never be a surgeon. No way, no way. A surgeon can never be a gynecologist. A consultant doctor can never carry out operation. His own is to find out what the ailment is all about. And he will make recommendation to a specialist, to a particular hospital. Doctors work for people, responsible to and for the people. And they receive salaries at the end of the month. Everybody has a health insurance card. Go there, present your card, they treat you no matter the cost. At the end of the day, take up your bag and go home. You don't drop a dime. Because where you work, they pay all these things for you. This is a Biafra society we are going to build. In German society, a civil lawyer is not a criminal lawyer. A criminal lawyer is not a property lawyer. A property lawyer is not no. That's what is called division. Professionalism. Not this lawyer handles criminal case, civil case. Oh my God, what is wrong with that society called Nigeria or Biafra land for now? There is specialization. And the lawyers are paid salaries every month in Germany. Lawyers are paid salaries. You go there, they handle your case freely unless you don't know they just take money from you. Otherwise, when you approach them, okay, you pay a consultation charge, the rest, they receive money from government, whether they work or not. Here, government takes care of everybody. And this is the type of society we are going to build. That is why we continue to say, when our politicians visit all these countries, they see the goodness of life. They see the goodness of life. Unfortunately, nobody bothers to bring such goodies home. They prefer to be coming here selfishly with their families to benefit from the goodness of Western Europe and Japan and America. But to bring such things home for the common person to benefit is quite impossible. Think of it. We operate here, we broadcast. Light can never go out. Light can never go out. At what time have we ever made a broadcast and light went off? No, it's not possible. 24 hours light is there, 24 hours water is there. In every apartment, every building, sufficiency is provided. Then think of Nigeria, think of Biafra. Are we going to allow this thing to be introduced in our modern Biafra? We must send people to go and study why nations that progress. We are going to send people to different nations of the world to know why nations that fall. When we gather this information, we sit back now and appraise all of them and know what to do in Biafra land and what not to do. We are tired of this type of mess. Biafra is a society which when we get home there, we are going to succeed. So, mark it. The type of Biafra we are going to build is that even if you don't have money, you shall have access to Medicare. In this German society, in this very German society, in this very German society, from where we are broadcasting right now, let it be told, if you are sick, all you need to do is to take your hospital card and go to hospital. You are treated free of charge. You don't drop a dime. Unfortunately, in Biafra land as of now, as in Nigeria, when you are sick, unless you cough out your last, nobody shall treat you. You shall be asked by a doctor to go and provide you 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 naira before you are admitted. Before your people would rally around, it will be all over. Why? To save human life. In this country called Germany, government owns all their hospitals. Government owns all their hospitals. These are the very hospitals where our crooked politicians come for treatment and their families. Why can't they use the abundant resources we have in Nigeria, in Biafra land, and build hospitals for our people, where the pregnant woman shall go and get attention, where any other person shall go and get attention? But instead of doing this, all these our crooked politicians spend our money, come to Europe, enjoy all the facilities, and come back to Biafra land to still manipulate us. And we are keeping silent. Since I have been in this country, I have never dropped a dime in any hospital. I go there, consult doctor, go to hospitals, and I go home just with my card alone. Because where you work, your employer pays your health insurance. And that is true. You don't drop anything. The doctor that will treat you receives his own salary every month. It's the type we are going to have in Biafra land. All these politicians, the very hospital I go for checkup is the very hospital where all these politicians carry our millions and come to. For what? The same treatment, no difference. Why can't they use this money and build hospitals in every part of Biafra land? Why can't they build hospitals for the poor, so that everybody shall be a beneficiary? The poor woman in the village is dying because there is no help from anywhere. The poor man in the village is dying because there is no help from anywhere. When the money is there, 1, 2, 3, 4 persons take over everything. A kind of mafia group. Why is it so? What do you benefit when your next door neighbor is suffering, dying? When you have abundance, why can't you assist? Yet the money you have taken belongs to everybody. Our leader, Chief Dr. Rafa Wazika, has always said it. Biafra shall be a place where everybody would like to live and feel happy. He has promised that all these things we are saying shall be provided in manifold varieties and abundance, where everybody shall be entitled to to their salaries every month, where everybody shall be gainfully employed, where we are going to provide our people all the basic amenities for their own benefits. It's a type of Biafra we are going to build. We are going to send emissaries abroad to go and study the functionings of every society. Bring us back information. We know how to adjust ourselves. We know what to do to make sure that we improve the life of ordinary citizens of Biafra. We shall not make noise about it. Government of Biafra shall be responsible for building churches. We shall not leave building of churches in the hands of the poor people. When last I visited Biafra land, in my own small village, the church, people are being forced to build churches. People are being forced to build churches. The big primary school that has expansive hall is there. Why can't they enter there and worship God who sees in secret? Instead, the poor woman must say his palm kernel. The poor woman must say his plantain. The poor woman must say her vegetable. The poor woman must sell everything she gets from the farm to make a contribution to build an edifice, when they know that God does not live in any house built by mortal man. Heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. What house will you build for me, says the Lord? What house are you building for me? The Lord is asking. When heaven is his own throne and earth his own footstool, why do you suffer people? Why do you suffer people? They are building giant edifices. Nobody is eating. Everybody is dying, going hungry. No money to go to hospital. And they are building churches. When God that sees in secret can even come to the very room where you live and bless you. Year in, year out, you continue to manipulate the helpless people. It's not a way. We must put an end to this anomaly in Biafra land. We must stop suffering the people. You contribute this, you contribute. People no longer get money and make use of their money. The funny part of it all is that when these evangelists and what have you gather this money and build universities or secondary schools, the poor person that you contributed their tithe and whatever can never even access the school. The school fees is too high. Look at Bangkok University. Look at Covenant University. Name them. Can the poor person go there? Yet, who paid the money? The poor. You allow yourself to be manipulated because you want to remain a fool forever. It is not the type of Biafra we are going to build. We are here to inform you ahead of time to be prepared because we are going to sanitize the Biafra society. People are dying. People are going hungry. No work. Why can't government create jobs for our people? The Biafran government will do all these things. That is why we're asking you, come together. Let us come together and build a future for ourselves and for our children and our children's children. Let us come together and build a future for ourselves. That is how it is done. So people don't understand. We are coming to Germany to learn their own system. Why is it that they are the economic powerhouse in Europe? Something is there. When you come here, you study all these things. You make sure that every part of Biafra land, there is a hospital. Here in the city of Munich, we have up to 5 major hospitals where people go free of charge. We have the money to do such in Biafra land. In Nigeria as a whole, what is happening? Yet nobody is talking. Nobody is talking. Everybody is keeping silent, smiling vacantly when they are dying. The politician who is representing your own constituency is taking your whole money. Nobody is talking. In foreign countries, they will dump that corrupt politician in a dustbin. That is how it is done. It happened in India. When a corrupt politician came to campaign again, they grabbed him and beat him black and blue. It was a lesson to others. But our own, we continue to say, worship them. Why do you worship a politician who is killing you by installments? Yes, people pretend something is good, something is not, something is functioning well. Why? Why is that so? Why can't we come to foreign countries and learn how things function and learn how things function? You shall be glad when you get back to your own country as well. We must study people's way of life and know how to adjust ourselves. This must be done. We should stop deceiving ourselves. We must be calling our leaders to order to give account of their honesty worship. This is the type of Biafra we have in view. It's not the Biafra where some people have a leftover when there are others who don't have a little to eat. No! We shall provide for everybody. Every Biafra must be saved. Every Biafra must have something to go back on. I must inform fellow Biafrans that we have come to the conclusion of this particular evening's broadcast. It was built for 2 hours and we have really exhausted the 2 hours. We shall be online with you again on 25th as from 5 p.m. when we shall entertain you with Biafran gospel songs for the Christmas season. And on the 26th, we are going to appraise the achievements of the bim-massob family during the year 2018. And on the 31st, we are going to say goodbye to 2018 and welcome to 2019. We keep on, informing you. We keep you posted. We thank you so much. I thank Echezina who has been with us for the past 2 hours. Echezina, if you are there, you can make your final comment before we call it a day. Echezina, are you with me still? Yes.
No, thank you so much. I really appreciate today's topic. Most of our members are not there.
Yeah, most of them on the road now traveling, and again network problems could not allow them to reach us. They were trying to hook on, but it kept tripping off. I understand.
Okay, it's okay. So thank you so much, first of all, for taking your time to operate the radio to talk to our people. I'm happy for that. And also thank all our listeners who listen to today's broadcast. And also want to advise them to take care of themselves and stop looking for who will prophesy for them or who will tell them what is going to happen or what is not going to happen. As I said, there's nothing to prophesy anymore in this life. Prophecy is telling someone about what is coming to happen that has never happened, that has never happened, not something that has been happening every day. You are still calling it prophecy. Please take care of yourself. Our transporters, my advice to you, remember you are dealing with your people. Stop highing the price of transportation every blessed year in the name of Christmas. In previous years, we blame government, we blame fuel price, but this time around, nothing to blame. And we target what do they call it? The law of command and supply, of demand and supply. Next year we may find another new name to give it because Igbo's national can go. So we have to take care of these issues and make ourselves a people that other people will see us and know we are people, we know ourselves, we love ourselves. Not the other way around. When they say we hate ourselves, and we are training it in practically. Train people how we defraud ourselves, how we dupe ourselves, how we rob ourselves in every way. You will hear that Imo State man do Anambra man do Enugu man. This thing is within the Biafra land. This thing must stop, please. Remember, if you are doing these things, you may think you are progressing, you are succeeding, you are making money, but you are bringing causes upon yourself. You are bringing nemesis upon yourself. You are bringing destruction upon yourself. By duping your people, this is what Igbo people call it, Ibenne. You are eating Ibenne, duping them, taking what belongs to them. Please, let's stop this. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much, Echezna, for that very good advice to our people. Our people have one ear and they have heard a word to the wise, they say, is enough. We have spoken to our people and we promise you the Biafra we are building under Chief Dr. Afuwasike is going to be a society where everybody shall be a beneficiary. Until we meet again on the 25th at 5 p.m. Biafra time, we thank you for being part of this particular program. Remain blessed and enjoy your Christmas. So we thank all our members, everybody who has been part of this particular program. We thank you for the time. There's no more time to mention your names, but you always remember it. Thank you so much.